Every time I think I have a handle on where the tech world is going, Elon Musk throws a wrench in the gears, or in this case, maybe he's throwing the whole toolbox away. Did you see the headline?
Which one? The one where people think Tesla is going out of business? Or the one where everyone thinks we're about to live in a sci-fi movie?
The one where he's stopping production of the cars that made Tesla, the Model S and the Model X, gone, just like that. It feels reckless, doesn't it? I mean, the Model S is the icon. It's the car that forced the entire auto industry to wake up.
It is iconic. But let's pause for a second and look at what's actually happening, because the headlines are screaming, Tesla stops making cars, which isn't quite true. It's more like Tesla is finished with its phase one.
Phase one being prove electric cars can be cool?
Exactly, and they did that. But here's the reality check. The Model S and Model X, they are dinosaurs. Expensive, beautiful dinosaurs. Do you know what percentage of Tesla's global deliveries those two models make up right now?
I assume it's decent, maybe 10 or 15%. They're the premium ones, high margins.
Try 3%.
3?
Around 3%. They are a drop in the bucket compared to the Model 3 and the Model Y. So from a purely cold, hard business logic, keeping entire production lines running in Fremont, California, some of the most expensive real estate on earth, for a product that barely moves the needle? That's bad math.
Okay, fair point. If nobody's buying them, I get it. But Musk called it an honorable discharge. That sounds surprisingly sentimental for him.
It is, isn't it? It's military terminology. You retire a soldier who has done their duty. And that's what these cars did. They funded the Model 3. They built the brand. But here's where the story gets wild. It's not just that he's killing the cars to save money. It's what he's planning to put in that factory instead.
Right? And this is the part that scares me a little. He's not putting in a new car model. He's putting in robots.
Optimus, the humanoid robot.
It sounds like a joke. You're taking a factory that builds high-performance vehicles and turning it into a nursery for metal men?
It sounds like a joke until you look at the pivot Musk has been teasing for years. He told investors point blank, Tesla is no longer a car company. He's shifting the core identity. The Fremont lines that used to stamp out Model S sedans are being ripped out and retooled to build Optimus robots.
So, we are trading the sedan for the C-3PO, but is there actually a market for this? We've seen the demos. The robot folds laundry, it walks a bit stiffly. Is that really worth killing your flagship car for?
That is the trillion-dollar question. Musk thinks Optimus could be the most important product Tesla ever makes, worth more than the car business.
More than the cars?
Think about it. The car market is capped. There are only so many people on Earth who can drive, and cars sit parked 90% of the time. But labor? Physical labor is infinite. If you can build a machine that costs, say, $20,000, but can work 3 shifts a day in a factory, or clean a house, or do hazardous waste removal, the total addressable market isn't drivers. It's the global economy.
Okay, when you put it that way, it sounds massive. But it's also a massive gamble. You're trading a proven revenue stream, even if it is small with the S and X, for something that, frankly, doesn't really exist at scale yet.
It is the classic Musk bet the company move. He did it with SpaceX. He did it with the original Model S. Now he's doing it with AI. And notice what he's keeping. The Model 3, the Model Y, the Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck survives?
Oh, absolutely. The Cybertruck is the new Halo vehicle. It's the attention getter. And the 3 and Y are the cash cows. They pay the bills while Musk plays with his robots. But the signal he's sending to Wall Street is fascinating. He's telling them, stop valuing me like Ford or GM. Value me like NVIDIA. Value me like an AI company.
Because car companies get low valuations, and tech companies get the moon.
Precisely. If you are just bending metal and selling cars, your growth is linear. If you are solving autonomy, both on the road with robo-taxis and in the factory with Optimus, your growth is exponential.
Let's dig into that autonomy bit, because killing the S and X also frees up engineering resources, right? It's not just floor space.
That's a huge part of it. The Model S and X are legacy architectures. They are older designs. Maintaining them, updating the software, sourcing the parts, it's a distraction. By cutting them loose, he takes his best engineers and says, stop worrying about the door handles on the Model X. Go figure out how to make Optimus's hands distinct enough to thread a needle.
Or how to make the robotaxi actually drive itself without hitting a curb.
Right. It's a consolidation of focus. He's burning the ships behind him, so there's no retreat. It's AI or bust.
It feels a bit like Apple killing the iPod.
That is a perfect analogy.
You know, the iPod was everything. It saved Apple. But eventually the iPhone ate it, and Tim Cook just let it die.
And people were nostalgic, but nobody really missed it once they saw what came next. Musk is betting that in 5 years, we won't be mourning the Model S because we'll be too busy staring at the thousands of humanoid robots walking off the assembly line in Fremont.
But let's talk about the timeline. Because Musk time is, well, it's notorious. He says production ends in 2026. He says robots are ramping up by the end of the decade. Do we believe him?
We always have to apply the Elon discount to the timeline. But the what usually happens, even if the when is late. The difference here is the stakes. If the Model 3 was late, people waited. If Optimus is late, or if it doesn't work, and he's already gutted the factory,
then he's just a guy with an empty building and a lot of angry investors.
Exactly. But look at the competition. The Chinese EV market is brutal right now. BYD, Xiaomi, they are pumping out incredible cars at prices Tesla struggles to match. If Tesla stays just a car company, they are entering a war of attrition. Margins will get squeezed. They become just another manufacturer.
So this is an escape hatch?
It's an evolution. He's exiting the commodity car game to enter a game where he has almost no competition yet. Who else is building a mass-production humanoid robot with a brain trained on millions of miles of real-world video data?
Boston Dynamics.
They make incredible robots that can do backflips, but they don't have the brain the way Tesla does. Tesla is using the same FSD, full self-driving, software from the cars and putting it into the robot. That's the synergy. The car is a robot on wheels. Optimus is a robot on legs. The brain is the same.
That's a terrifying thought, actually. The car learns how to avoid a pedestrian, and the robot learns how to navigate a kitchen?
In theory, yes. It's general-purpose AI for physical movement. And that's why the factory conversion is so symbolic. Fremont was the first Tesla factory. It was an old GM and Toyota plant before that. It represents the history of the automobile in California. Now, it's going to represent the end of human labor in manufacturing.
That's the dark side of this, isn't it? We're cheering for the technology, but he's literally replacing a factory that employs humans to build cars with a factory that builds robots, which will likely replace humans in other factories.
It's the ultimate feedback loop. Robots building robots. Musk has talked about this. He envisions a future of abundance where labor costs drop to near zero because machines do everything. But the transition is going to be messy.
And the Model S is the first casualty of that transition. It's almost poetic. The car that was designed to save the planet by getting us off oil is being sacrificed to build the machine that might make human work obsolete.
It's a heavy price, but think about the consumer perspective for a moment. If you own a Model S right now, how do you feel?
I'd be worried about my resale value.
Laughs. Oh, your resale value just took a nosedive for sure. Or maybe it becomes a collector's item.
The Steve Jobs era Tesla.
Exactly. I have one of the pre-robot era sedans. But for the average person, this signals that Tesla isn't interested in the luxury sedan market anymore. They are leaving that to Mercedes, BMW, Lucid. Tesla wants to be the infrastructure of your life, not just your ride to work.
It's a shift from product to platform.
Yes. And the Roadster? Remember the Roadster?
The one that's been coming next year for 5 years?
It's still on the books. Musk says it's still coming. But it's fascinating that he's keeping that, the super niche hypercar, while killing the S and X.
Why?
Because the Roadster is a toy. It's a brand builder. It doesn't need high volume. The S and X were in this awkward middle ground. Not high volume enough to print money like the Model Y, but too resource intensive to just keep around as a hobby.
So, looking ahead to 2026, the lines shut down, the equipment gets sold off or scrapped, the Optimus lines go in. What does success look like for this gamble?
Success looks like this. In 2027 or 2028, you see a video of a Tesla factory where there are very few people, and hundreds of Optimus bots are assembling the Cybertrucks. If he can pull that off, using his own product to build his other products, the margins become infinite.
And if he fails?
Then he cannibalized his premium lineup for a pipe dream. But you know, people said landing a rocket booster on a barge was a pipe dream too.
That's the problem with betting against Musk. He usually pulls the rabbit out of the hat. But this time, the rabbit is made of metal and wants to fold my laundry.
Laughs. And hopefully not crush your thumb while doing it.
Seriously. But let's zoom out before we wrap up. This move, killing the legacy cars, Does it signal that the EV revolution is done? Not that it's over, but that the innovation phase of how do we make an electric car is finished?
That is a profound insight. Yes, I think it does. The electric powertrain is solved. Batteries are solved mostly. The range anxiety is manageable. The car part is done. The next frontier isn't a better battery. It's intelligence. It's the car driving itself and the machine walking out of the car to carry your groceries.
So we are moving from the electric age to the autonomous age.
And the Model S was the king of the electric age. But kings don't live forever.
It's an honorable discharge indeed.
It is. And it leaves us with a massive question mark for the next decade. If Tesla pulls this off, we aren't just looking at a successful company. We are looking at a fundamental shift in how the physical world is organized.
From a company that sells you a car to a company that sells you labor.
And time. That's the ultimate commodity.
Well, if they can build a robot that records podcasts for us, maybe we'll be out of a job too.
Let's hope that update is a few years away. I enjoy this gig.
Me too. But for the Model S and Model X, the gig is up in 2026. It's the end of an era and the beginning of something much stranger.
Much stranger and potentially much bigger.
We'll be watching. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Always a pleasure.
And for everyone listening, hold onto your steering wheels or maybe let go of them. The future is coming fast. Catch you next time.